Alright everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Balatro. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into it here. What did we finish off with? We finished off with a magic deck. New run. We're on a new run, I know this much. We did do a magic deck, but we didn't win. Did we do a magic deck? I don't know. We did a spectral deck. I think we won on a spectral deck. Well anyways, how about, let's see what we have to unlock. Win a run with the blue deck. Okay, you know what? Let's go... I did black deck. I did do black deck, but we didn't win with that one either. I think I ended it with a hex. Or ghost deck. Yeah, we ended with a ghost deck, and we won on that one because now we're at red stake. So let's go ahead and run it back to a blue deck. Plus one hand. Very simple white stake difficulty. We can do this. It's very plausible. I hope. Plus 3 hand size is not necessary. We're just going to start off with our small blind here. And we're going to play a wonderful full house of ace and threes. That's extra money for extra hands. Fantastic first draw. 316. We got an extra $1 out of that because we only had to play one hand. Okay. Played aces. This is the ace joker and obelisk. Okay, so I don't want to take the obelisk this run. We will eventually be required to take it, because we will have to discover them, and my need to discover all the cards will outweigh my needs of not playing cards that I don't like. I don't want to do this, though. I like playing consistent hands, at least right now. Maybe we'll go to different hands later. So we could play... Let's try to build around Scholar, which is aces. And you know what? We can take an extra joker here. We might as well. Interesting. We can get 2 common jokers created for us every time we select the blind. Or we could do Supernova, which is just a fantastic card if we're playing a single hand type. I think I would like to get Supernova. You know what? Nah, no Supernova. Let's go around just creating jokers for the rest of the run when blind is selected. Big blind, we'll take it. Give me 2 common jokers. Adds the sell value of all the other jokers to our mult, and we got Hallucination. Hallucination is an amazing one. I love Hallucination. What shall we play here? We do have aces. You know what? We could play a flush of hearts. And this, I mean, we've got plenty. The jokers itself, yeah, we're going to be set. I don't even have to... we don't even really have to pay attention. Yeah, I haven't done an ace build in a long time, but 20 chips and 4 mult per ace is pretty good. Played face cards give 5 mult is also really good. We could get rid of something. Oh, excuse me. This is 2 booster packs that I would love to open if they were something else. I don't really want a Celestial pack yet because I don't know what we're going to go for. Smiley face joker, not necessary. You're going to give us 2 jokers. We could just sell the Swashbuckler. Yeah, I say we sell Swashbuckler, and then on our boss we'll get 2 more common jokers. And let's just save our money here. -1 hand size. Good thing we had +1 hand size. We got Ice Cream, which is great, and we got Drunkard. Ice Cream is a fantastic card. I do like it. Okay, let's see. There's nothing in my hand that I care for. We could try to draw for our clubs. There's a 2 pair. Blind joker run? Yeah, pretty much, honestly. We'll play a flush here with the ace, and then we should win it in 1 hand. Or we could play 2 aces and probably win it just off of that alone. But instead, we will try to discard and get a flush, which we did. Flushes are always the easiest thing to play, in my mind. And I wanted to make sure we don't take away from Ice Cream. It sucks that we got Ice Cream so early. Drunkard, we can get rid of Drunkard. We don't really care to keep him. Okay. This Joker gains mult every time a planet card is used. And we have 2 Celestial packs here. I guess we just start building around this. So, how about this? Drunkard, you go. Which Joker is this? Constellation? Okay, Constellation stays. What hand are we going to build towards? A full house, a straight, or a 2 pair? Our 2 pair build was unsuccessful previously. We are currently playing with Scholar for aces, so 2-pair works hand in hand with that. And Tower, also an enhanced stone card, works well because if you do a 2-pair, you could throw on the stone card for 50 extra chips. Let's aim for a 2-pair run centered around aces, and let's get some constellations for Constellation. Hey, we got another 2-pair. Look at that. So we're at 1.2 mult, so we'll go ahead and throw you at the end. Now, is there anything we want to get rid of here? Creates up to 2 random planet cards. We actually do need this. We don't really care for that. I'd rather keep the High Priestess and just buy it. And then +1 hand size is pretty good for us, honestly. For $10, I think we should take it. The game wants me to go for what, specifically? Hallucination, we're going to keep for now. Ice Cream is not necessary. We could just continue getting money off. Oh, yeah, for 2-pair, yeah. We're going to keep Scholar. We're going to keep Constellation. Riff Raff is not bad. Hallucination is also pretty good, personally. But we could just sell Ice Cream right off the rip right here and get another Joker, and it's just another source of money, realistically. Play only 1 hand is for the Needle. That's fine. The Needle's only 800 right now, so that's practically nothing. We don't need the money from there. We're going to have a pretty strong hand. I say we use Riff Raff to generate some more Jokers and sell them. Just for the sake of it. 10 mult if a hand contains a 2-pair. Alright, that goes hand in hand with what we're building. And there's our first 2-pair right there. So how about this? We take the 3 of spades. We turn it into a stone card. We play our 2-pair, and we win. Easily. We unlocked a new Joker. I don't know what Joker this is. Not off the top of my head. +3 mult for each Joker card is another 15 mult. That's actually pretty solid for us. We did not get anything of value here, so let's go ahead and just use our High Priestess here. Every time a planet card is used, so we're just going to use every planet card that we get. So that way we're not constricted to anything, really. We could just upgrade all of them. Do we want to take a tarot card? I'm not sure. Give me a moment. Tough decisions, tough decisions. I think we'll be okay. Is there any reason not to use a planet card that was given for free? No, we should just immediately use any planet card that we get. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted there. I don't know what I was thinking about. We're just gonna keep going. Hallucination is still pretty cool, but I still think we could get some... It's just gonna give us common Jokers. Maybe we don't need it anymore. Maybe we don't. Maybe it's time to get rid of Riff Raff. We have Mad Joker and Scholar. We have 2 aces and 2 nines. I mean, we're just gonna win in 1 hand again. We're really stacking out this 2, but we even drew our stone card first time around. And we're at 1.4 mult for Constellation, which is pretty solid. I don't normally use a lot of planet cards. Let's cash out another $9. Earn $5 if 3 or more face cards are discarded at the same time. I'm actually on board with this. Well, that's probably not going to happen. Oh no, Obelisk is back. Get out of here. Okay, well, let's take our 2 of 5 Celestial cards here. We want Uranus, which we did not get. And we also got a Magician card, so that's lovely. 4 of a kind, high card, straight flush, and pair. Well, pair is our next most likely to be played. And we're just going to keep leveling up Constellation. So it looks like we got Constellation. The game does want me to pick Obelisk, but I don't want it. I really don't. Next is going to be high card is probably going to be leveled up. In case we have to play like a single ace or something. And we really don't have to build around aces anymore. We just have a solid 2-pair build to begin with. And we do have the Magician, so 2 cards can become lucky cards. We got the Empress as well. And we got the High Priestess. Beautiful. Okay, so let's take our ace and give it molt. Actually, no, just give the ace molt. Give the ace and the king molt. Now, let's take these 2 9s, so that way when we do get pairs of 9s, we could have 2 lucky 9s playing at the same time. And then let's throw ourselves up the High Priestess. Give us 2 more planet cards. 1 for Full House for Earth. And 1 for Neptune, which is straight flush. Okay. Dude, look at those points, guys. Straight flush is level 2 already. And you know what? I say, let's get rid of Riffraff, because you have no intrinsic value whatsoever right now. And let's take Faceless Joker, and maybe we can discard. So we're playing 1 hand here. Any 2 pair wins it for us. Wow. We're fine. But what we can do is we could try to draw 3 face cards all at once, or draw for our lucky cards, even better. We don't need to play our aces, so we want to discard everything except 2 9s and 2 5s. And now we have 3 face cards that we can discard for Faceless Joker. Earn $5 if 3 or more face cards are discarded at the same time. 2 9s and 2 5s left. Beautiful. 2 pair, we full send it. We didn't get our stone card, but I don't think we need it. Nice. We crushed it. Okay, Temperance. This is $3, and it currently gives us $11. You should always say yes to Temperance. Very rarely is Temperance not a good card. Then we have another Celestial and another Arcana. 1 consumable slot's pretty cool while we still have Hallucination. Let's go ahead and take our extra consumable. Now we've got 3 up here. Hey, Jafar. It does seem like it's going to be... Nope. Soul, you said Jai, so we're keeping it. No more highs. Jafar was told Jai. Everyone saw that. Something into a glass card. I mean... I don't really want to turn something into a glass card, but I guess there's no harm in doing so. Could always just save it for later. But yeah, this might be a pretty easy run, genuinely. Another Temperance. Honestly, just give me the Temperance. You were doing some detective work. Is this real-life detective work? Okay, there's many avenues here. Were you playing a game where you were a detective? Is this like a family thing, where you're like hunting down if your kids like ate your lunch or something? Are you a real-life detective? I'm trying to think of any more avenues. Those are all the detective works I can think of. Are you like a teacher? Need to see if your students were cheating? It's not too far past the end of the day. 4 of a kind, pair, and 3 of a kind. We'll take pair. Keeping in mind also, too, that you don't have to answer this question at all. There is no reason to play. There is a reason to play. We want as many booster packs as possible. The next Joker is free and becomes holographic. That's a pretty solid one. We might get rid of Faceless Joker for that one. Okay, we drew 2 5s, which is beautiful. And we would love to get more face cards to discard. We have our 2 pair right there. And we just got 3 face cards. Get rid of them. And now we have... What do we have? Okay, let's see... No, we don't have our 9, so we're playing 8-8-6-6. And that's our best hand. We could always get for our stone cards. Technically, we should try to draw for 3 more face cards now that I think about it. So let's do this. 5, 5, 3, and 3 are gone. We also have 2 pair of 2 pair in here. That's pretty funny. Okay, let's see if we draw 3 face cards here or get another 9. That would be very convenient. We did get another 9, so that is better for us. Wow, we are drawing everything just on par today. 20 mult and $20? Holy hell. Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the stream. You've been binging Balatro nonstop since you saw me play it? This game is so good. I love this game. It's so addicting. We're not going to take misprint, Joker. Jafar, you're Detective Jafar, and I'm under arrest for the disappearance of a duckling at 11:28 a.m. near a lemonade stand. Is that when I killed the duck? I'm sorry, blasted. In game, we didn't say the K word. We unalived the duck. All right, choose one of 3 tarot cards to be used immediately. Yes. We got a Wheel of Fortune to a random Joker? Sure. Nope, nothing? Okay, fine. Give me a 2 steel card. Give me 2 cards into, I guess, mult cards. Yeah, we like mult cards. I have to remember, too. Oh, yeah, anything that says card overwrites it. So, like, if this says lucky card, if I turn it into a mult card, it overwrites it. So we can't use that. Anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law. I have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you ask me any questions. Is that how the Miranda rights go? I'm not sure if that's how they go. We'll level up high card here again. Don't forget the missing apple. Bob is still searching for it. Which missing apple is Bob searching for? Retrigger all played cards in the final hand of the round. This is unnecessary, and we're not doing a 4-of-a-kind build. Jafar is pretty on point with that, but the whole, like, you have the right... Well, is anything you say can and will be used against... Wait, hold on. Miranda rights, right? Why do I know the Miranda rights? So Miranda rights are... I should keep playing. It's anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, right? You have the right to an attorney present during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Oh, geez. Do you have to know these verbatim? Is that what it is? Also, I would like a hollow Joker. The arm. Decrease the level of the played poker hand. This is kind of unfortunate. We could discard 3 face cards here. And we have 10, 9, 8, 6, 4, 3. We can keep the 3 and get rid of keep the 10, 9, 8, 6. So give me my $5, please. Let's go ahead and just play a 2-pair out, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's unfortunate. 7, 8, 9, 10, of course. Let's turn another 2 into this. And let's get rid of our 3, 4, 5, 7. Still is not doing what I wanted it to do. How many 8s do we have left? 3 8s. 3 9s, 3 10s. Get rid of the queen as well. 8, 9, 10's got to show up at some point, right? Wow, it did not. Okay. Unfortunate. That means we just have to play a random hand of get this junk out of here. This is a high card. This might actually win it, genuinely, because we still have Scholar. It wasn't enough to win it. Okay. I'm okay with that. I don't really want to play another high card, but we kind of have to. We could play a pair with 2 aces, and it keeps our 2-pair protected, and we play 2 stone cards with it. I think we'll be fine. There we go. That was enough points. Okay, cool. And we only lose out on pair instead of 2-pair. I'm running the Miranda rights in my head right now. We'll get to them momentarily. No! If it has a straight, that sucks. Okay, well here's what we can do. Faceless Joker can still stick around. Scholar did win us that round, but this card is worth a little bit of cash. And we have a Buffoon pack, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell. We're going to buy, because it costs 0, and we can sell it for 3. Then we're going to open a Buffoon pack. Your work productivity has suffered, but I got pretty far in some endless you had, some amazing sync going. Mult or bonus, in my opinion. For the long-term game, Mult is better than bonus points. Because Mult has Mult multipliers, and bonus points do not. So chips themselves, like actual blue points, fall off eventually. As I say that, this is pretty good, getting Blue Joker here. Pretty solid. Oh, we forgot to use our Judgment card. Whoops. We did get the Empress. Or the Emperor. I think we could take and turn 2 more 10s into Empress cards. Actually, let's do it for the Queens, because we got rid of Faceless Joker. Hallucination can still stick around. I do like it. Planet cards appear twice as often in the shop. Yes, we would love this. Okay, re-roll. We got a planet card. We're going to buy and use. Okay, hold on. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. If you decide to answer questions without your attorney present, you can stop answering questions at any point in time until you speak to an attorney. That's as much as I remember. I know those first 3 are pretty solid. Double tag. Double tag doubles my money? No, we want more Constellation. Ooh. Oh, but then we could spend a lot of money. Okay, interesting. Queens becoming Empresses makes sense. That's a good touch. I didn't even notice that. You're right, Jafar. I did kind of take out those ducks. Anyone that didn't watch the duck video, please go watch it. Welcome Back Studios made a fantastic game. Find 100 ducks and blast them. It's free. Go play it. Okay. Do we want to get all of this to buy more packs? In my head, I'm like, here's what happens, right? We have $34. We play these, and then we get packs to open up and get a chance for more planet cards. And then we could skip and double our money twice. So we would get $64. I'm sorry, we would double our money and we would have 68, and then we'd double it again. You know what? Go big or go home. Beautiful. I know I spoke on that a little incorrectly. I knew that their cap was at 40. Kamakiku. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to channel supporter. Does that mean you went up a tier? How does that work? A big green message popped up for me. I don't know what this means. I'm just kidding. I know what it means. Thank you very much for the support. I do appreciate it. Kamakiku, have you been here for any of the Balatro streams? I think you have. I don't know how you feel about poker. You've definitely earned your title, though, as my #1 supporter. I owe you. I owe you something. I don't know what it is, but I gotta figure it out. Ooh, when a round begins, add a random playing card with a random seal to your hand. This isn't the run for that. We don't want to add random playing cards. That would not be the smartest option. Matt, you had a Constellation Joker. By the way, are you guys fines with abbreviations of your usernames? Spectral packs may appear in any of the cards, may appear in any of the Arcana packs. Okay. Yes, I like this. The reason I ask is sometimes I abbreviate some usernames. Obviously, I butcher usernames all the time. But I like to ask, you know, just out of common courtesy. You guys all chose a username for a very specific reason, so, you know, it's, ooh, hold on, sorry, I'm getting caught up. It's a personal preference for me to be like, hey, look, you know, people think out their usernames. Would you guys believe that people pronounce Bragapple wrong? How many people say Bragapple instead of Bragapple? I mean, I guess because I didn't put a space in it, but still, come on, let's be honest. Creates a tarot card when discarded. That wouldn't be bad. Converts all cards in your hand to a single random suit. We're playing a 2-pair, not necessary. Adds polychrome to a random joker and destroys all the other jokers. We could polychrome our Constellation, and it would be great, and we could continue building because we're not attached to anything in here. None of the... It is Bragapple, yes. But people say Bragapple, and then someone one time said something much worse than that. Like, it was really bad. Or we just create more copies of something. I would like to do Hex on Constellation. I think we could get all new Jokers here. We have $123. The only Joker that's really beneficial to us right now is Mad Joker. So, yeah. Bragapple. Bragapple, that's it. Somebody said something one time about Grapple. It's a random Joker that gets the effect from Hex. Matthew, you're correct. However, if I sell all of these Jokers, then the only Joker it can hit is Constellation. So we can guarantee, and that's what I'm saying, like, I'm not attached to any of these, and we have a Judgment card, so it's a free Joker right after that. I think we do it. I think we say goodbye to Hallucination. I think we say goodbye to Blue Joker. Scholar, you did us well to save us early on, and Mad Joker. And then we take Hex, and we get Polychrome on top of Constellation here. Then we have Judgment. Oh, I also forgot we had a Buffoon pack. ×3 Molt on the final hand of the round is pretty sweet. And then we get a Buffoon pack. All face cards become gold when scored, or... Oh, we're not skipping booster packs. No, we can't take that one. We can just make all of our face cards gold cards. And I'm not sure if I want that entirely. Okay, we'll take both of these. Is Bragapple a real thing, or just random words put together like pineapple? It is a real thing, actually. When I was a young lad... okay, now we got Vampire, and we have Midas, so we have to roll with this. Hold on. Let me get the run set up, and then I'll tell that story. This is why I have a YouTube channel, and... Okay, here's the thing, Matt. I've got like 50 hours in Balatro. I do have 50 hours in Balatro. That's why I know this. This save, I don't know if you were here for the first episode, but I started a new save. Granted, I didn't play it for a while. Kamakiku, you've been busy for a month, so this is one of the first streams of it that you've seen. Okay. No, I get that. I was wondering, I was like, you disappeared on me. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, we're going to reroll one more time. We're going to buy and use. Then we're going to save our money, because we need to stop spending so much. 80 chips played if it's 2 pair. Okay, so here's what we need to focus on. We now have Vampire. We also have Acrobat. Acrobat will only ever trigger on the final hand of the round. So 2.4 and 1.5 stays here. Clever Joker. Okay. We just need to consider... No, this seems great, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, this is fantastic. We need to play as much as often. Feed Constellation. There's a black hole at its center, like Outer Wilds. I did get the black hole card that one time. Okay, so here's what we have to do. We have to play all of our face cards first. We actually don't need to save our hands anymore. We need to play like as many hands as possible. So why don't we play just a pair, and then just throw out something else. Are we going to win with just a pair? I hope not. 2 face cards times 1.2 Molt. Beautiful. We just need to save a 2 pair to win. Now, I guess we could get rid of our stone cards. I like the idea of keeping my steel cards. We did get another pair there. We did get a flush. We did get a flush, and we would lose our steel card, though. It's unfortunate, but it's a lot of... It's 3 triggers for Vampire Joker. Yes, Bragg Apple Cider Vinegar is the brand, B-R-A-G-G. I need to reach out to them. I'm going to do some sort of ridiculous sponsorship with them. I need to become famous, and then I'm going to reach out to Bragg Apple Cider. Because I've used it before for cooking and... you know, other things, just keeping it in the fridge. I have that same brand downstairs in the fridge. But I would think it would be hilarious to do a promotion with them. For the gaming community, at that. Hopefully they're open to it. And that was just sheer convenience, you know? I picked that name before I knew they were a company. Okay, let me work this through real quick. Give me a... It didn't. Okay. Give me a flush, please. We still need to play a 2-pair to win, though. Okay, this is a fantastic hand, actually. It's a flush. This might win it. This is going to give us 3 more triggers on Vampire Joker. It did not, so we still need a 2-pair to win. Okay. We have most of that 2-pair right here. You guys can go. We have no more jacks. The jack is gone. He cannot be played. The king and the ace can still be here. We have to just play this hand, I'd say. It's a high card jack. It will become gold, and then, yeah, taken out. We have 2 hands left to play. We can't muck this up. We play our 2-pair now, and we get out safely. We might as well throw the stone card in for Vampire. Let's play our 2-pair here. Oh, this is going to get ×3 molt for Acrobat as well. I keep forgetting about that. Was that not? Oh, we still have 1 more hand. Okay, that wasn't the final hand. So Acrobat could still save us if need be. When blind is selected, gain +3 hands and lose all discards. No thank you. +4 molt for each card below in the deck. Not happening. Celestial Pack. Yes, please. Jupiter. 3 of a kind. Full house. Since we're going for pairs, let's go for 3 of a kind. If they have a younger person making decisions, they just might consider... they might consider it with the way brands are going. You're right. I think, again, I have no attachment to Bragapple cider, but I love the product, and they have 0 competition for what I'm aware of. And I just think it would be a hilarious branding thing. Because for me, they could introduce me... Like, the internet would look at it and be like, oh, like a YouTuber getting sponsored by an apple cider company? That would garner attention for my channel, which is a win for me. For them, I'm introducing apple cider vinegar to a younger audience. Hell, I will make a cooking video and put it on my channel. I don't care. I think it would be fantastic. We don't take either one of these jokers here. Not necessary. We'll roll once more. Hey, we got Scholar back, but we're not taking it. Rerolls the boss blind. All face cards are drawn face down. That's not really an issue. Okay, we have a 2-pair. Let's tuck it away. Our 2-pair is over here. We get rid of everything else. Oh yeah, there's no point in moving it. They come back right there. Okay. That was pretty dumb. We keep our 2-pair. We win with a 2-pair. So we're just going to try to draw... Let's try to draw more face cards. We could take the 9 off here. We have 2 9s and 2 8s, so 6 5 5 can go. Maybe we can get another face card here. That would be nice to get more triggers for Vampire. Just another king or a jack. Anything? Really? None? None ya? Alright, 2 9s and 2 8s. I guess, why don't we just play high card? Let's play high card, and how many kings do we have left? 3? 3 jacks? How about we do this, and we play high card. High card was the ace. I'm so dumb. I didn't trigger Vampire with that. That was just a waste of a hand. But we could try again, and we could play this. No, keep the 8, keep the 8. High card 10. This will feed our Joker again. We've got 2 9s and 2 8s. That's our winning hand. 2 9s and 2 8s. Now we have 2 queens and a 2, so we play them and we get more triggers for Vampire. At this point, it's about time to move Vampire past Constellation. Now, we can play a Jack singular and then a 3, and there's really... It doesn't matter what we play at this point. We're just playing another high card to trigger it. And now we play 9 9 8 8. Actually, we play ace ace 9 9. 2-pair. Full send it. $26,000. Okay, we gotta stop risking it so much. That was good, but we need points at this point. Oh, interesting. Well, this doesn't work for us, technically, the Stone Joker, but it is a cool one. I just love the way the card looks, honestly. Buy and use, Jupiter. You're 2.6 and you're 2.6, but you have an extra multiplier, so you should stay. We really need something else to pair with us here. Or we need to start leveling up things like 2-pair, yeah. That would be a big one too. Just getting those extra chips right now is useful. Let's reroll once. Okay, perfect. Played face cards give plus 30 chips when scored. I think that would be better than Clever Joker. We do need Timmy. Timmy watches all the Balatro. Timmy knows exactly what's going on. Okay, Clever Joker, plus 80 chips if the played hand contains a 2-pair, or just 30 chips when a face card is scored. It's actually not as good. Plus 1 mult per tarot card used this run. I love this Joker. And we need mult multipliers. I think we get rid of Clever Joker here. And we buy this. And we say next round. All face cards are drawn face down. That's okay. It is a pair, but we know these two are face cards. So why don't we just play everything that's low and get rid of them? And it was a pair anyways. That's a little bit of points. 10,000 points for playing a single pair. That's pretty solid to me. We do have what we need, so let's try to get some more face cards out. Aces and 8s are what we're playing right now. We need to keep 2 8s and 2 aces. Everything else can go. You are 3 face cards. You're bound to be something of value, right? Single king, but it counts as mult, so, I mean... And it didn't even win. That's perfect. So now, instead of playing 2-pair, we could just play a single face card and get another trigger and win. We should try to get more face cards. We will win if we play a single card here. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, hold on. We need to keep this. We get rid of everything else. We try to draw 2 face cards. We hope they're the same. It was 2 kings. Perfect. 2 more triggers for the vampire. Beautiful. Oh, sorry. I apologize. I didn't finish my story from earlier. Okay, Bragapple. So, when I was a young lad, I was in the Boy Scouts. And I went on a camping trip called Rendezvous. We're taking director's cut. Called Rendezvous, where everything on that camping trip with your troop is pre-1800s. So no electronics. All of the clothes that we wore were made from materials that were available in the 1800s. We had campfires. We would go out ahead of time, and we would go cut down small trees and use post hole diggers to dig out spots in the ground. There were some exceptions for tools. Obviously, we can't... you know, we can't just be ridiculous about it, because we're children. But, so we're out there doing our rendezvous trip. I mean, ooh, we got the Ankh. Create a copy of a random Joker and destroy all other Jokers. No, we have too much of a good run going. We're not doing that. We're not taking a stone card, no glass card. Put it on a Joker. Nothing. But anyways, one of the big things about the rendezvous trip, when you're out there doing all the pre-1800s camping, is you do different activities. Like we would do hatchet throwing, frying pan throws, fire starting competitions, cooking competitions, and we would do trades and stuff. There's like a big trading blanket day. It was a very fun setup overall, very enjoyable. Supernova could be pretty good for us. We could get rid of Acrobat and throw Supernova out there, and that would actually probably be better for us. Hold on. Poker hands. How many 2-pairs have we played? 7? It's only 7 mult. It's not worth it. But anyways, one of the biggest things about the camping trip was there was a guy who was like in charge of the whole thing. He was an older gentleman. And, you know, there would be like over 100 of us there at any given time. This was like multiple people from different states got together, like different troops. And no repeat hand types this round. Ooh, that's fine, actually. I'm okay with that. And you wanted to get a nickname from him because he was like, you know, the guy of the camping trip. So you wanted a cool nickname from him. We have 2 7s and 2 4s. We could keep them for the 2 pair. Give me a king. Didn't. Get rid of this and this and this. Didn't do what I wanted to do there either. So play the king, the 10, the 5, and the 3. Get a high card. Give me a trigger for vampire, please. 14,000 points for a high card is pretty damn sweet. And then we shall roll. We have 4 hands left. We're gonna win. I can discard all of these to get more face cards. And we got 3 of a kind. Yeah, we're gonna play 3 of a kind. Actually, should we play 3 of a kind or full house? Let's just play a full house, because why not? But yeah, the goal was to get a nickname from this gentleman. So to get a nickname from the gentleman, you had to do something really dumb or really impressive. And it was usually based off of your appearance or the thing that you did. So sort of how like the military has call signs where like if someone in the military, you know, comes up with like a really stupid idea all the time, they might call him like bright idea or light bulb or something like that, you know? Things like that. But for us, it was basically like if you screwed up. Or, like I said, bragging rights. So for me, yeah, dumb and impressive. Sometimes there were dumb, impressive ones. But the cool thing about these were, too, was like you only use these names on the camping trip. So when you did the rendezvous trip once a year, that was when you used those cool nicknames. And they carried with you because you would go each time. Re-trigger the first playing card used in scoring 2 additional times. I love Hanging Chad. There's no place for it right now. None of these, there's no place for any of these. We skip. Jafar, this was not school. This was Boy Scouts, so it was outside of school. Trust me, school did not teach us those things. I wish they did. I genuinely wish they did. But anyways, my nickname came from the hatchet throwing competition. For some reason, I was good at throwing hatchets. And you guys remember the Applejack cereal? So when we went to these places, it snowed. It was very cold. You'd wake up and you're sleeping with like, we had like actual animal furs that we were sleeping with in big canvas tents. It was very legitimate for the 1800s. It's a really cool thing. But for me, I was doing the hatchet throwing contest and I was crushing it. For some reason, scrawny, tiny little me was just nailing these hatchet throws. I don't know why. I'm happy that I did. I have no qualms against it. It just worked out in my favor. But what was really cool about that was the older gentleman came out while I was doing my throwing stuff, and he was like, wow, like, you're crushing it, dude. And I was like, thank you. I was wearing a big, heavy green coat made of wool, like rugs and blanket type material sewn together. And originally, my friends were telling me, like, oh, you remind me of the Applejack cereal. And I was like, okay. So I was kind of called Applejack for a while, and that's where it stuck. Well, I came out to do the hatchet throwing, and I was kicking ass, and the old gentleman came out, and he was like, all right. He's like, this is just a fluke, whatever, like, you're just getting lucky. And I was like, no, I'm not, old man. Piss off, I'm good at this. I didn't say that. I'm respectful to my elders. But he was like, okay. He was like, fine. He goes, I'm going to tie a piece of twine around the log that we were throwing hatchets at. So imagine like a flat surface, like you're shooting arrows at a target. Imagine that, but like host it up on a stand. And then he was like, okay, so you have to break this twine. You guys know how thin twine is. Think of like a shoelace. Tie a shoelace around a log on the flat face of a log and then throw a hatchet at it. You had to cut the shoelace. So he comes out and he's like, okay, your name will get to stick, and we will give you the title of brag for your bragging rights if you can cut this twine. And I was like, okay, like, sure, I'll do it. You don't turn down a chance to get a nickname bestowed on you by literally the old man. Like, it was just really cool. So he tied it on there, made me walk, it's horizontal around the target. because you're overhand throwing the hatchets. So he made me do that, and then walk. I think I had to walk 35 paces away, which for a kid that's not that much, but I was anywhere between 30 to 40 feet away, which is, it's pretty far for a kid. And he had all of these people gathered around. We were all watching it. Like, I was winning the competition. It was great. I was kicking ass. I was so excited for it. And he yelled for me to throw it. And so I chucked it as far as I could, and it landed smack dab bullseye right in the middle of the log and split the twine in two. And everyone lost their shit. And you gotta remember, like, we're young kids, like, out in the middle of the woods, so we don't have to be quiet. Everyone is screaming, hooping and hollering, yelling, going crazy. Like, the adults are cheering and clapping for me and everything. And, like, they're like, no way, like, this is crazy. This is one of those, like, and everybody stood up and clapped moments. And, he ran over to me, and I'm small. This is a big-ass grown man. He grabbed my arm and, like, raised it in the air, which kind of, like, lifted me off the ground a little bit. And he was like, I present to you Brag Applejack, because Applejack was the previous nickname. So my name was Brag Applejack, which was, super cool. I was, fucking red, and I was, embarrassed and, like, bragging rights. I was so excited for it. It was so cool. And then eventually when I got home, the following year at Christmas, I got a Xbox 360 from my parents, because my parents loved me and wanted me to have a fun childhood. So, the pear, 3, molt, no, none of these are worthwhile. But anyways, when I booted up my Xbox, I was like, what am I going to call myself? And so I thought, well, Brag Applejack can be my username. So, for my username, starting when I was, I want to say 13 years old, 12 or 13 years old, my username became Brag Applejack on Xbox 360 for Xbox Live. And then it stayed that way for many, 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 many years. And then when I went to PC, I feel like Brag Applejack was too long for a lot of games or programs. So I shortened it to Brag Apple, because people would always ask me what the Brag Applejack was for, like the Applejack cereal, and they kept calling me Applejack. And I was like, well, the whole point was the brag was the important part to me. So I took the Jack and I cut it off, and then my username became Brag Apple, and that's where it all started from. Now, do I have anyone to back up this story? Yeah, I might actually, but I like my solitude and privacy for my YouTube channel, since nobody knows who I am. So, as of right now, no, there will be no proof for it. But that would be a pretty elaborate story to make up on the spot right now. So, but I remember the whole thing very vividly. It was crazy. It's one of, like, my solid childhood, like, memories. The other thing, too, was on that same trip, I traded some old medicine bottles that my family had, like the brown ones with the brown plastic caps, that were used, like, back in the 1800s. And we're going to skip this pack, actually. And I traded them, because the trading blanket was you had to trade all stuff that was centered around the 1800s, so a lot of people brought out home-cooked goods. And this one kid's mom made a bunch of cobblers. I want the banana. I don't remember what it's called. Cavendish? Cavendosh? Nah, we skip. We just go next round. We're not creating two jokers. But anyways, I traded some of those medicine bottles for that cobbler, and nothing has ever hit better as a dessert than sitting down, heating those glass jars with the cobbler in it that his mom made, like, next to an open fire while I'm wearing, like, a big wool coat, and it's kind of snowing a little bit outside, and we're all just sitting there silently. Like, we had a Boston butt that we brought out. The adults brought it out, but the kids, we all cooked our own food. We had a lot of military influence from the parents in our Boy Scout troop, so don't get me wrong, Boy Scouts, a lot of people made fun of it, rightfully so. We did some lame, nerdy shit, and I don't hold that against anybody. The uniforms were cheesy, the stuff we did was cheesy sometimes. I wasn't always a fan, but I also got to do rock climbing, camping in the woods, fishing, whitewater rafting, canoeing, hiking the Appalachian Trail. So it was a great experience overall. For me. Some kids, they had terrible experiences with it. And I can understand why. Plus 2 molt for every $5 you have? Let's see. It's a pretty cool story. I never had anything like that, sadly, so I just named myself with whatever I have from the top of my head. You see, you still have a solid username, though. Like, that's the whole point. Mine is kind of lame. Like, here's the thing. It's cool now that I'm an adult, and I can tell the story with confidence and vigor. As a kid, that shit was lame as hell. People were like, why is your username Bragapple at school? Like, my friends? And I'd be like, I just like the cereal, you know? Like, it was embarrassing. But I couldn't think of anything better at the time. Now, I can embellish on the story, and people will be like, yeah, this guy's, you know, he's got it. He's confident. After play or discard, always draw 3 cards. Okay. Easy peasy. We get 2 kings. You know what? We play a flush first. We play a flush, we get it out of our hand. What does the flush even give us right now at level 3? Is it gonna be about 16,000? 69,000? Dude, we almost got 69. That's so close. Okay, Jafar, you're not wrong. I also said Soul Zeus, like, I think several times. First time they were in chat. Or Solazeus. But I kept getting it wrong, and I was like, whoops. Oh, the 3 is gonna get eaten by Vampire Joker. Damn. Oh, it's time to move Vampire Joker over here for beneficial reasons. Now we have High-Fiver, Winthrop. Winthrop is a solid name. Everything's cheaper, please. But I'm glad you guys like the origin story to my username. No, you're good, Matt. I know you changed it. I need to pin nicknames to people. You changed it to make it more readable to English people. Now, are we talking like American English or like proper English? Like the Brits? Converts all hands to a single random suit or creates 2 copies. Really? Let's just use the sigil here. It'll make it easier for flushes. Well, go ahead, Matt. Tell us your story. I'm curious to hear it. But I would like to unlock sigil for our, what you call it? For our collection deck? Our collection. It's just called the collection. What am I talking about? 1 discard. Okay, next round. Oh, you were in Scouts as well. Fantastic. Here's the thing about Scouts. Some of it was very cool. Some of it was very nerdy. It was just kind of a toss-up, and you had to get lucky, I think, with the troop that you were in, to be like one of those good ones. Because the thing is our troop was very like nature-based, rough and tough. Like I said, a lot of military parents. We did a lot of outdoorsy shit. Like we weren't like let's go sit around and like, you know, basket weave. Like kids got hurt. Like our parents took us out, and you know, I went on like a 5-day canoe trip when I was like 14 years old. My dad went with me, but you know, there wasn't much involvement. And we did a 50-mile canoe trip over 5 days on a river. And we would just pull over and find a spot to camp on the side of the river. And we had coolers and we would eat our food. And I did that when I was like 14. Like, that was kind of crazy. But of course, like all the depictions of what Boy Scouts was not that. So, you know, it was different for... Yeah, scouting in Scotland is a lot of wilderness survival. Okay, yeah, that would be really cool. I grew up in the southeast in the U.S., so we had a lot of, you know, they were like, you're going to learn how to survive out here type of stuff, and I was like, sure. What is Anglophile from college? You grew up in the country, and when you went off to college, you were the first person in a while for your family to go, and you were making a lot of friends, and you loved to get high fives, so you were the high-fiver? Okay, that's a pretty fantastic... It's goofy as hell, but it's, like, really good. Like, it's goofy, but in, like, the best way possible. We don't need an uncommon Joker. Then your buddies found out that your family kept bees, so you became the bee hiver for a second, and then you got hiver high fiver. Okay, so that's got it. So it's a combination of high fiver and then the bee hiver. That's a pretty unique ass nickname, honestly. Let me play. We don't have a flush to play here. Let's just play out 2 of these. And that's a pair. We don't want to play a pair. We'd rather play high card and get another trigger for Vampire, which is 4.9 Molt. It's kind of crazy like how overpowered this run could have been, but it's very lackluster at the end. Like, we don't have anything fancy going on right now. Which kind of sucks. It's a little boring. We'll play a full house. Why not? We can win with just about anything at this point. But this is just an unlock run. That's all this is. Yeah, see? 282,000 from a single full house. Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, Buffoon Pack. We'll take another one of these. Like, I have a 5x Molt card, and there's nothing I can do with it. Because the rest... I have a 4.5 and a 4.9 Molt card. I should... You know what? We're going to try to do something here. Retrigger all card held in hand abilities. Nothing. None of these are good. Skip. Give me a Joker. If it contains a straight, that's not good enough. Every time a playing card is added to your deck. Can't use that one either. We've leveled up our pair. Played cards with the heart suit give us 3 Molt. They're just not... They're not doing it. We got Uranus back again. Yeah, I did get all the synergies. I think Acrobat could have gone. And we could have gotten something much cooler than Acrobat that could have made this pop off. Like a duplicate card of some kind or something. In fact... no, let's just finish it out. 1 random Joker disabled every hand. No, that's not happening. Very large blind, 300,000. Okay, I got what I wished for. I was mouthing off, and now I have to play... I have to play carefully. I'm pretty sure this might just win it. It's 247,000 points for a single 2-pair. Oh man, we play another 2-pair and we end it. I think we could try to go endless with this, at least a little bit. You know what? No, this isn't an endless run. In your school days, people called you comedy because you weren't funny at all, but said some wild stuff with a straight face that made people laugh, so I didn't like it that much because it felt like you were being mocked. Yes, I agree. They definitely were mocking you, but that's one of those, like... It feels more like they're making fun of the situation than you directly, right? Because the situation is that you would say some crazy stuff with a cold, straight face, and that was actually funny. But then the negative aspect was they didn't really find what you said funny. They just found your actions funny about it. So I get it. I wouldn't be thrilled about it. But it's not a bad nickname. Like from my perspective. Obviously, I don't know. I wasn't there. We're not going to do endless mode. We're going to go to the main menu here. Let's see what we've unlocked. Win 5 consecutive rounds by playing only 1 hand. Plus 2 hand size minus 1 hand. We unlocked a new voucher. Max out the interest per round earnings for 10 consecutive rounds. Oh, we had a lot of money that round. The Nebula deck is unlocked. Win a run with a blue deck on any difficulty. Start the run with the Telescope voucher. Discover 25 blinds. We've unlocked reroll boss blind unlimited times, which is nice. And then let's see... Oh wait, we can't shake this anymore. Oh, there we go. Let's see what another one is. Reduce hand size down to 5 cards. Cool. We've got some looking to do. We've only gotten 55 of the 150 Jokers discovered. That was a solid run. It was very straightforward. It got sidetracked by a lot of storytelling, but I'm on board with that. I like stories. Good little anecdotes. So anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Balatro. See ya!